Alexandra Eala breaks Naomi Osaka's Asian record following her win over Jasmine Paolini. Alexandra Eala pulled off a massive upset by defeating Jasmine Paolini at the Dubai Tennis Championships. After advancing past Hailey Baptiste in the first round, Eala was the underdog heading into Tuesday's showpiece spectacle on the Dubai Center Court. From the start of the match, Eala dictated the pace of play, suffocating Paolini's ground strokes on her way to a 6-1 first-set lead. It was more of the same in the second set, as Eala raced out to a 5-3 lead. The Filipina then squandered 3 match-point opportunities, before eventually winning the second set 7-6. Eala offered her immediate reaction after the stunning victory, which saw her break one of Naomi Osaka's records. Alexandra Eala breaks Naomi Osaka's Asian record. As per Opta Ace, Alexandra Eala is now the youngest Asian player to claim WTA top 10 wins at multiple Tier I/W 1000 events. Eala has achieved the feat at 20 years and 268 days. Osaka, a 4-time Grand Slam champion, claimed 2 WTA top 10 wins at multiple Tier I/WTA 1000 events at 20 years and 350 days. After defeating Paolini on Tuesday, Eala has now recorded 3 victories against top 10 players on the WTA Tour. Eala's first 2 top 10 wins came at the 2025 Miami Open, where she defeated Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek on her way to the semifinals. Eala will look to continue her good form when she faces Sorana Cîrstea in the Dubai Tennis Championships' 3rd round. Cîrstea is on a 7-match winning streak after winning the Transylvania Open and her first 2 matches in Dubai. The Romanian defeated Eala in their one previous meeting at the 2024 Madrid Open. Eala discusses what she has learned after a whirlwind start to 2026. Eala has had a busy schedule to start the year, having competed in the ASB Classic, Kuyang Classic, Australian Open, Philippine Women's Open, Qatar Open and Dubai Tennis Championships. After defeating Paolini in Dubai, one reporter asked Eala to reflect on what she has learned after her whirlwind start to the year. As the Miami anniversary comes up, I would be coming up on 1 year of really full just WTA tournaments. So I think that comes with a lot of learnings as well, a lot of maturity. Especially this past year, 2026, has brought me a lot of love and a lot of attention from the fans, smiling. It does come with its set of struggles and set of sacrifices. But I think in the end I need to remind myself that this is what I've been working my whole life for. How many people would love to be in my position? I make it a point every day to really give my all and be grateful for what I have. Eala is entering a crucial stage in her career. The Filipina has 390 WTA ranking points to defend at the Miami Open and will need to perform well at the event to avoid a fall in the rankings. Of course, Eala could mitigate any potential disappointment in Miami by continuing her strong run in Dubai when she faces Sorana Cîrstea on Wednesday. In the humid glow of a Miami evening, under lights that turn the hard court into a pale blue stage, a quiet shift in Asian tennis history took place. A teenager from the Philippines stood across the net from one of Europe's most consistent competitors and, point by point, wrote her name into a space once thought reserved for giants. When Alexandra Eala sealed match point against Jasmine Paolini, the applause carried more than celebration. It carried recognition. With that victory, she surpassed a benchmark previously set by Naomi Osaka, breaking an Asian record that had symbolized the arrival of a new era years before. Now that era had evolved. This was not merely about numbers. It was about inheritance and transformation. The weight of a record. Records in tennis are rarely just statistics. They are stories fossilized into figures, ages, rankings, streaks, milestones. When Osaka first rose to prominence, she did more than win titles. She altered the geography of expectation. Grand Slam triumphs, world #1 status, and a global following made her not just a champion, but a compass for Asian athletes navigating a historically Western-dominated sport. For years, her record stood like a lighthouse, visible from every junior academy across Asia. It told young players that the ceiling had cracked. For Alexandra Eala, growing up in the Philippines, that lighthouse was both inspiration and challenge. Breaking Osaka's Asian record following her win over Paolini was not an act of dethronement. It was a continuation of a conversation that Osaka herself had started, that Asian tennis players could lead, not merely participate. But unlike Osaka's thunderous arrival, punctuated by Grand Slam roars, Eala's ascent has been shaped by patient construction. Her game is sculpted from relentless footwork, elastic defense, and an intelligence that reads patterns before they fully unfold. Against Paolini, those qualities were not just visible, they were decisive. The match that redefined a ceiling. Jasm Paolini is not an opponent who gifts history. Known for her speed, consistency, and tactical discipline, she forces rivals to earn every inch of court. Facing her requires stamina not only of body but of belief. Eala entered the match with quiet composure. There was no theatrical swagger, no overt defiance. Instead, she carried the look of someone aware that opportunity rarely knocks twice at the same volume. The first set unfolded like a study in patience. Paolini pressed with angled forehands and sudden changes of direction, but Eala absorbed the pressure, redirecting it with precision. Where Paolini sought acceleration, Eala inserted variation. Where rallies stretched, Eala endured. The turning point came not in a blistering winner, but in a rally that seemed endless. 30 strokes. 40. The crowd exhaled collectively as Eala finally threaded a backhand down the line, a shot not of desperation, but of declaration. She was not here to survive. She was here to dictate. When the final point ended, history shifted almost quietly. No fireworks announced the record's fall. Just a raised fist, a brief smile, and a handshake at the net. Yet in that understated gesture lay something seismic. Beyond comparison, breaking Naomi Osaka's Asian record could invite inevitable comparison. But comparison, while tempting, oversimplifies. Osaka's journey was forged in the glare of global expectation, her identity spanning continents, her victories reshaping conversations about race, representation, and mental health. She carried the complexity of modern celebrity alongside elite performance. Eala's narrative unfolds differently. She emerges from a nation where tennis does not command the infrastructure or spotlight of traditional powerhouses. Every achievement carries the added resonance of national firsts and regional breakthroughs. Where Osaka stormed the gates, Eala has been building bridges. Her win over Paolini did more than push her past a milestone. It expanded the map for Filipino tennis. Children in Manila, Cebu, and Davao now see not just possibility, but precedent. The dream is no longer abstract. It has a face, a name, a timestamp, a generational echo. In sports, progress often sounds like an echo. When Osaka triumphed on the biggest stages, young players across Asia listened. They watched the poise, the power, the refusal to shrink under scrutiny. Some of those players were still in their early teens.